So this is the Vivo X300 Pro. Vivo says it's their champion device of 2025, and they're also saying that they've improved the camera this year, which they almost say every year. However, I feel this time around, this phone is offering something really crazy in a good way. Why? Because this phone does what most Android flagships wouldn't, or maybe say couldn't. And yes, I've been testing the X300 Pro and the camera has just blown me away, but there's a lot more that this phone brings to the game, and that's exactly what I wanted to show you in this review. So let's check out the new Vivo X300 Pro review. Talking about the design, it keeps a very similar design philosophy like last year's edition, and I don't think that it's a bad idea. You have that identity in the market, and Vivo says, okay, if we're getting a flagship, it needs to look like this. It has a flat 6.78-inch display, 7.9mm body, and that velvet glass finish at the back kind of gives it a very premium, understated vibe. And also it has new materials that have been used, but the design is the same. So I am not complaining here. I kind of like that some companies, keep things simple. And I feel this year around the phone gets a cooler makeover, and it also gets this new cover. But the sad part is this cover doesn't come in the box. It comes with the new teleconverter kit that you will have to buy separately. So overall, the design is good enough. Yes, it does make the phone a bit top heavy because of this large camera module, but otherwise I don't think there's any problem, with the design. Okay, let me just say this up front. This camera module, this entire system is absolutely ridiculous because this phone is almost capable of doing something that even a DSLR can do. And there's a reason behind that. But before we get to the main reason, let's talk about this magnificent 200 megapixel telephoto sensor that the phone has added, which is an absolute game changer, honestly. Why? First, get this, it has 8mm focal length, which obviously gets you more depth, and the subject separation is perfect. You also get a bigger 2.67 aperture, which means more light for your photos, and up to 20x of telephoto macro, which means all of your macro photography just lights up. Another good thing is it comes with SEPA 5.5, which means that stabilization is really good on this smartphone. If you are someone who creates a lot of motion videos, your shots are going to be stable. And overall, the telephoto is sharper, cleaner, and more stable than anything we have seen on a smartphone. So it is indeed a comprehensive camera system, and if you are into photography, this is the one to go for. Now coming to the reason why this could be a game changer and also sort of a threat for DSLRs, it's this ZEISS 2.35x telephoto extender. Yes, it comes separately, but it totally changes the way that you can do photography on this phone. Yes, it's a physical teleconverter, which means you are getting optical zoom of up to 200 mm, and that kind of reach if you want to do wildlife photography, or you are at the top of some building and want to capture vehicles. I mean, the results will absolutely blow your mind. Because this teleconverter makes the X300 Pro behave like an actual legit mirrorless setup. Normally with a digital zoom, it won't really give you that quality. However, with a teleconverter, that whole crispness in image just pops up. I agree, when you zoom in a bit, yes, it converts the images into sort of an AI rendition, which is not that good. However, if you are practical with this kind of a setup, use it judiciously, you will be able to get some good shots. Take for example these samples which I have clicked using this teleconverter, and the amount of clarity I've been able to get, yes, I have been impressed. There aren't any other smartphones in the market that can do this apart from maybe the X9 Pro, which also comes with a teleconverter. However, when it comes to the competition in the market, this one really stands out. Coming back to the normal setup, yes, it has a new 50 megapixel LYT-828 sensor with gimbal stabilization inside. Yes, it's a new sensor, and photography from that one also is really good. Because the low light shots are cleaner, night portraits have less ghosting, and videos are much more sharper than before. So yes, when Vivo says that they've improved the camera system, I have experienced the same. And talking about dynamic range, this new hybrid HDR just keeps everything above 100 dB, which basically means that you're almost entering DSLR territory, and very few smartphones in this price segment can actually offer you that. And talking about the 50 megapixel ultra wide lens, it is also good. The color shift isn't as much, and you will be able to get some very good shots from these. The front also comes with a 50 megapixel camera with autofocus, but the good thing is it comes with a wider field of view, so you can accommodate more people. And to just sum everything up, this whole camera system is just really outstanding. And if you are someone who is passionate about photography, this is the perfect phone for you. Coming to the battery, yes, it might not look that impressive on paper because Vivo hasn't given you a 7000 mAh plus battery, but in terms of practicality and usage, I have been able to get the best out of this smartphone. Because even on average use, you will be able to get at least 2 days of battery life with this one. If you really push it, maybe you're gaming a lot, maybe you're shooting videos, you'll be able to get 1 day very easily. So numbers are really synthetic over here. And on top of that, you get 90-watt wired charging and also 40-watt wireless charging. So you will be able to get a quick top up even if you run out of battery juice. Talking about the display, yes, 4500 nits of peak brightness, which means outdoor visibility is really good, and it is indeed a crisp display, be it for content or even if you want to play games on this one. Relatively smaller than maybe a 6.9-inch screen, but it's something that people would nitpick about. The overall performance engine is being supported by a Dimensity 9500, which again is a very efficient chipset. It has a great CPU, and also the AI features are being taken care of by a separate neural processor. And I don't think performance-wise you will have any issues with this smartphone because I've been using it, multitasking is a breeze. I've been gaming on this phone, and it doesn't really heat up because it has a dedicated vapor chamber cooling system inside. So a comprehensive performance smartphone. The only caveat I feel is the Origin OS ecosystem, and if people are not used to Origin OS, they are the ones who might feel something different. However, they have made improvements in overall UI, overall UX, and Origin OS is a breath of fresh air. It's just that you need to have that that positive attitude. Okay, I'm going to try Origin OS. It's not that different. You might not get the clean Android or maybe an iOS experience, but it's still good. You also get IP68 and IP69, which means it's dust proof and waterproof, and also heat resistant against some high pressure water jets, and also it gets armor glass. So even if you drop this phone accidentally, obviously it won't break. See? And a quick mention for the Vivo X300 as well, because it's cheaper, and if you want almost 90% of the experience for less money, the regular X300 is honestly a great deal because it almost has the same design, same family of cameras, and the display technology is also the same. Yes, the battery is smaller, the display would be smaller, but overall it's a good phone to have. So even if you want to compare it with other smartphones in the market, maybe against the iPhone 17, the X300 Pro comes with a better telephoto lens, so the camera game is relatively better. And if you want to compare it with the S25 Ultra, yes, I agree, Samsung holds its own. It's still the king of versatility, but Vivo offers more natural colors, more stability when you take the camera perspective. And I think, yeah, if people prefer the camera, go for the Vivo. So to conclude, the Vivo X300 Pro is a comprehensive device, especially with a beautiful camera system. It also gives you great battery life and a solid design, which you should not be complaining about. The added teleconverter lens is the premium that you get in this smartphone segment, because there aren't any other smartphones except the X9 Pro that offer this kind of functionality. And if you really want to up your camera game, you buy that kit and you have this phone, you'll be sorted. Maybe even replace your DSLRs. I understand in this price segment, maybe over a lakh, the Vivo is creeping dangerously close to the iPhones and the Samsungs, but understand the utility that this one offers. And if you really not someone who cares about mainstream brand philosophy and want to be adventurous, wants more features, the Vivo X300 Pro is a very good option.